What's up, Rams Nation? Are you ready for a major shift in our offensive identity? The front office just made a bold move in the draft that has everyone talking about our future at the tight end position. We're talking about a high draft selection that proves our coaching staff is ready to unleash some serious power with a new look for next season. Is this rookie ready to climb a crowded depth chart, or is he destined for a redshirt year? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Let's break down this crucial roster situation right now. Max Klare has arrived in Los Angeles, and his selection in the second round of the 2026 NFL Draft signals a distinct shift for the Rams' offensive identity. By choosing a tight end with high-round capital for the second consecutive year, the franchise is clearly prioritizing a move toward 13 personnel groupings. This strategy highlights a long-term plan for the tight end room, where Max Klare and Terrence Ferguson are viewed as the primary building blocks for the future. While some observers may find the aggressive investment in this position surprising, the front office is clearly committed to diversifying how they operate. This transition isn't just about personnel. It is about establishing a versatile foundation for the next several seasons. The Rams are aiming to create an offense that challenges defensive schemes through its depth and varied skill sets at the position. As we dig into our roster preview series, Max Klare stands out as the focal point of this evolving offensive philosophy. The team is looking to maximize their personnel versatility, and Klare is a major piece of that puzzle moving forward. Fans who are eager to ram it will see that the organization is making calculated decisions to reshape their tactical approach on the gridiron. By drafting a player with Klare's specific traits, the staff has confirmed their intention to lean heavily into the tight end spot as a centerpiece of their future scheme. This move provides a clear look at where the team is heading, proving that the front office has a vision for how to best exploit modern defensive matchups. As training camp nears, the focus shifts to how quickly this young prospect can integrate into the complex system currently being built by the Rams. The path to consistent playing time for Max Klare involves navigating a remarkably deep tight end room. The depth chart currently features established veterans like Colby Parkinson and Tyler Higbee, alongside Terrence Ferguson, who is entering a pivotal second year. Even Davis Allen, who has contributed in rotational roles, remains in the mix. Consequently, Max Klare begins his professional career as the fifth option on the depth chart. This reality is vital to understanding the current status of the roster. Why does this matter right now for the team? The Rams are currently balancing immediate veteran productivity with the long-term development of younger assets. Having high-end depth ensures that the offense remains functional across various personnel packages, while providing a buffer for injury or fatigue. However, this depth creates a steep hill for a rookie to climb, especially in a system known for bringing new players along at a measured, patient pace. The organization is not rushing the process, understanding that the transition from the collegiate level, specifically Klare's stint at Ohio State, to the professional stage requires significant refinement. While his stats were tempered in a crowded Buckeye offense where he functioned more as a blocker and secondary route runner, his underlying profile suggests a high ceiling. With 43 catches for 448 yards and a touchdown in his final collegiate season, he showed resilience in a limited role. Now he must prove he can adapt to the rigorous demands of the NFL. The front office's commitment is evidenced by their draft investment, but the immediate goal is for the staff to see consistent growth throughout the summer. He must prove his worth in practice to eventually crack the active rotation, which remains a primary goal for the coaching staff. The tape on Max Klare provides a fascinating glimpse into his potential as a weapon in the Rams' system. One of the most intriguing aspects of his game is his ability to operate in space. During his time at Ohio State, there were instances where he was clearly underutilized, but when the game plan shifted to put him at the center of the action, he delivered. A prime example was his performance where he hauled in 7 receptions for 105 yards and a touchdown when other targets were sidelined. This production proves that when he is prioritized, he possesses the capability to be a significant factor. Furthermore, Klare brings a smooth, refined approach to his route running that is often rare for a prospect at his position. He has the movement fluidity that mimics a wide receiver, and his ability to navigate through the secondary after the catch is reminiscent of Cooper Kupp's style. For the Rams, this is the exact vision they are chasing: a tight end who can act as a matchup nightmare in the middle of the field, while possessing the agility to create separation. Blocking is another essential component of the equation, and while it might not be the most polished part of his current skill set, he has shown a genuine willingness to engage at the point of attack. Success in the league requires a player to be multifaceted, and Klare's potential to develop into a reliable blocker is something the team will monitor closely. Even if he does not become a frequent contributor in his debut season, the raw materials are clearly present for him to become a versatile, modern tight end who can handle both the physical requirements of blocking and the technical demands of route running. Heading into the 2026 campaign, the most logical role for the rookie is one of patience and development. The expectation surrounding Max Klare is that this upcoming year will function essentially as a redshirt season. The presence of Tyler Higbee, along with the expiring contracts of both Colby Parkinson and Davis Allen, suggests that the team is setting the stage for a future transition. By utilizing this year to learn the nuances of the playbook, Klare is being prepared for a more significant expansion of his role in 2027. We have seen this methodology before, notably with how Terrence Ferguson was slowly integrated into the game plan during his own rookie year, before his productivity increased later in the season. It would be entirely expected to see Klare inactive on game days during the early weeks of the season as he continues his transition. The luxury of having a veteran-heavy room allows the team to prioritize his long-term growth over immediate, high-volume production. This is a strategic choice by the organization to ensure he is fully prepared to take on a larger responsibility when the roster inevitably shifts next offseason. For the coaching staff, the goal is to cultivate his talents behind the scenes, ensuring that his technical abilities, both as a route runner and a blocker, are refined to professional standards. He will spend his time in practice, meetings, and individual drills, internalizing the complexities of the scheme. This patient approach is not a reflection of his talent level, but rather a testament to the depth that the Rams have cultivated within the tight end position group. They have the time and the resources to let him develop correctly, which is the ideal scenario for a second-round pick in such a competitive roster environment. Despite the likelihood of limited playing time in his debut year, there is zero doubt regarding his status on the final 53-man roster. Max Klare was a high-priority selection, and the front office is fully committed to his future as an integral part of the offense. Even if he remains on the inactive list for much of the regular season, his place within the organization is secure. The Rams did not use a second-round pick to secure a player they intended to move on from. Rather, they identified him as a long-term solution who fits the specific identity they are trying to build. This represents a significant vote of confidence in his upside. If the team were to encounter a roster crunch at other positions, they would be far more likely to part ways with a veteran than to cut a developmental prospect like Klare. His journey in 2026 will be defined by progress in the meeting rooms and on the practice field, laying the groundwork for his future impact. The commitment shown to his drafting illustrates that the team has a clear plan, and they intend to stick to it regardless of his immediate game day involvement. As he settles into the locker room, he is surrounded by a group of tight ends who can help mentor him through the complexities of the pro game. For the fans watching from the stands, the message is clear. The team is building with intention, and Max Klare is a foundational element of that process. Whether he is active or not, his development remains a central storyline to watch as the Rams continue to evolve their offensive identity throughout the upcoming season and into the years that follow this transition.